I've been a bit off the radar on YouTube lately because I've been teaching lots of beginners yoga and working with my Reiki clients, which is lovely to be back doing that. So I have compiled something for a more intermediate level, mainly for my own benefits, because it's nice to be able to teach that. So this is a class for opening hips and for working towards splits. If you already have the splits in your practice, it will help with the mobility and flowing in and out of the asana. It is an intermediate practice, and I do cue up verbally. I would recommend only doing this video if you can be cued up verbally without having to keep checking the video, because it is relatively advanced. And yeah, give it a go. There are ways to modify it to make it work for you. And as ever, if you could like the video and subscribe, that'd be awesome.
Seated at the front of the mat, raise the arms up, gaze over your left shoulder, seated twist. Breathe in, raise the arms up. As you breathe out, left hand to right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Take the hands into Venus lock behind the back, and then bring the arms over, opening out the shoulders, head towards the mat, sitting bones staying on the floor. Breathe in, raise it back up. And then we'll change the cross of the legs. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Lean over to your right, keeping the body in line. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Lean the body over to the left. Again, keeping the body in line. Breathe in. Let's take the hands back to Venus lock. Raise the head up and bring those shoulders over the back. Head to mat. Sitting bones on the mat. Breathe in, raise the head up, back bend. And then we're going to come to some cat-cow variations. So all fours on the mat, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Raise the right leg, and we're going to bring the knee to the nose, arching and rounding out the back. Breathing in as we raise it up, breathing out as we round out. So breathe in and out. Find your own pace. Breathing in as you round and out as you arch. 10 on each side, but find your own pace. Don't collapse into the shoulders. And let's change legs. Raise the left leg 90 degrees and bring the knee to the nose. Rounding out and arching, keeping the hips completely even. We're not tilting open the pelvis. 10 on this side to match the other. Make sure we're not collapsing into those shoulders too. That's the last one. And then we'll come back to all fours. We're just going to raise the knees about 3-4 inches off the mat. Nice flat back, head and neck, shoulders in line. We're just going to hold this to warm up the core. And then flip back into your downward dog. Let's just find some movement in this first downward dog, bending one knee than the other. Arms are shoulder width apart, feet are hips width apart, the heels slightly turned out. There's no weight in the head, and don't collapse into those shoulders. Now raise the right leg, bend the knee and open out that hip, keeping even weight through the hands, and then bring that knee forwards to the right hand, coming into pigeon pose. Breathing in and then folding over that right knee. I get photobombed a lot the whole way through this by my cat, Mabel. Just breathe long and deep into the stomach in this pigeon pose. If it's a lot too much on the knee, then stay upright, and you can bring the foot right into the belly if it helps. Swing the left leg around. We're going to take half Lord of the Fishes, and then take a bind if that's in your practice. Gazing over the left shoulder, binding right arm under the left knee. Gaze forward. We take heron pose. So take the left foot with both hands and straighten it out. We're intending to set it towards straight. And then take the right hand to the left foot and the left arm back, and we're taking heron twist. Release the foot and hold in the twist for some strength building. And then take the left leg back, Don't bring it to the floor. Raise it up high. And then bring it back to the mat and find your downward dog. Take a breath here in your downward dog. Raise the left leg high into a three-legged dog with a bent knee opening out the hip. Even weight for the hands. And then bring the left knee to the left hand. Left foot comes towards the right hand. And then fold over into your pigeon. Keeping the hips even so we're not leaning over to the left. Again, just fold over to where you feel comfortable so there's no pressure or sharp pains in that knee. It's very important to watch the knee joint. It's a very strong pose. Raise it up, breathe in. And then again, swing that right leg round. We'll take half Lord of the Fishes this side. Take the left elbow to the right knee. And if your bind is in your practice, we'll take the bind here. So we're gazing over the right shoulder this time in half Lord of the Fishes. Gaze forward and we're going to take our heron pose. So take the right foot between the hands and straighten it out. Pulling up through the body, knitting in the ribs to make sure we're using the core to hold us in this position. Then the left hand takes hold of the right foot. Right arm swings back in twisted heron. Twisted heron hold. Let go of the foot. Building some strength. And then release. Swing it back and don't put that foot down on the mat. Up into a three-legged dog. And then find your long downward dog. And breathe. Use the downward dogs to come back to our breathing. Fold forward into a plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. And breathe. Raise the right leg high, open out that hip again, getting a beautiful opening, and we'll take a grasshopper pose. Bring the left knee to the mat, take hold of the left foot in the right arm, gaze over that right shoulder. A lovely twist and getting a great stretch into the quad. You can do this on the heel of the foot with the right foot with it just turned out if that's easier. Don't let the foot fling back and we'll come into a full grasshopper. Bringing the elbows to the mat. Lowering down to where you feel comfortable. If it's too strong you can stay up on the hands. But if you feel able you can bring the head towards the hands. Okay, step back. Heel toe the foot into centre. We'll take a crescent lunge, raise the arms up high. And then we're going to come back into a half splits. So straighten out that right foot, turn the foot back and bring your head towards the knee. Long, deep breathing into this half splits. Come forward to a low lunge. Three-legged dog. Ekapada chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. And breathe. Come back to your breathing. We'll take that on the other side. So left leg raises, bend the knee, open the hip, and then bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Take that wide leg lunge. Bring the right knee to the mat. Reach back with your left hand this time for your right foot, gazing over the left shoulder, taking this twist variation. Let the foot go, don't let it fling, and then bring the elbows to the mat into the grasshopper. Again, just come to where, this is a strong hip opener, so just come down to where you feel comfortable, where there's no strain. We want to be working but not hurting. Okay, heel toe the foot into the centre, raise the arms up, crescent lunge, and we're going to transition straight away into our half split. So straighten out the left leg, flex the foot back and bring the head towards the knee, and just breathe long and deep into that half splits position. Come forward to your low lunge. Step the left foot back. We come into three-legged dog, then Ekapada chaturanga with the leg lifted. Through upward dog, downward dog. And breathe. Come back to your breathing. Hop forward to the front of your mat. Forward fold. I'm just adjusting position here so you're able to see me. We're going to take a wide-legged lunge with the hands at heart center. Side lunge to the right. Twist, open. Side lunge to the left. Twist the arms open. Keep that foot facing upwards. Side lunge to the right. Keep that foot facing upwards. Open out with a twist. Side lunge to the left. Sorry, the right again. Open out, twist. And then we're going to come back into a Malasana garland pose. Find some movement in the Malasana. Take a twist to the right. Take a twist to the left. Really find the extension and twist in the body to the right, to the left, and then just bring the hands to heart center. Perfect the pose. And I'm going to raise up, raise the right knee, open it out to the side, straighten the leg if you can, if that's in your practice. Bring it back down. We're going to take the right knee without touching the floor into baby grasshopper, and bring it back up again without touching the floor. Raise the knee up, staff pose, and then straight leg staff pose, and then straight into dancer's pose. Come back up, and then lower down back into your squat. We'll do that the other side. So this time we're going to raise up and raise the left leg, and open it out to the side. Straighten the leg if you can. Bring it in. Take the left leg behind the right knee. Baby grasshopper. Bring it back up without touching down. Straighten out that leg into staff pose with a bind. And then into your dancer's pose. Really, really working into those legs, but stretching out the hips as well. Okay, come back into your low squat, Malasana, and just take some breaths. Feel the difference in the legs now. Okay, from here we're going to sit onto our bottom carefully, and we're going to come into boat pose. So nice straight arms, straighten out the legs as much as you can, pull up through the abs, and then low boat, high boat, left, right, low boat, high boat, bring the hands to the left and then the right, low boat, high boat, bring the hands to the left and then the right, low boat, high boat, bring the hands to the left and then the right, low boat, high boat, and then perfect the pose. If you can straighten out the legs, that's it, brilliant. And then we're going to come into a wide-legged pose on the mat, facing the side of the mat. So open up both of those legs. And we're just going to make sure we're sat on the sitting bones. Both feet are working, nice straight spine, and then fold forward. If you can take hold of the feet, that's great. If you can't, don't worry. Just find a little bit of movement here and breathe into it. Raise up, take some weight on the hands, but come forwards. Take the legs together, cobra pose. Downward dog, roll forward into a plank, chaturanga, upward dog. Bring the left leg out, the right leg out. I had a problem with my mat here. And then we're just going to use the hands to push us back into that wide-legged pose. Okay, bring both feet together. Sit up tall in staff pose and then fold forward over the feet. If you can reach the toes, the big toes, and give them a little squeeze and a massage in this pose, that's ideal. But just fold over to where you can without forcing it. Okay, take the right leg back. We're going to come into a splits and then fold forward. Bring the right leg round, left leg back, come into splits, fold forward. Left leg round, right leg back, fold forward. Left leg back, right foot forward, fold into the splits. Right leg back, left leg forward, fold into the splits, and then take both legs back, upward dog, downward dog, roll forward into plank, chaturanga dandasana, upward dog, and from this upward dog, take the right leg round, and we're going to hold this splits this time. Find the splits pose and then fold over the leg if that's in your practice. You can do this with a bent back knee if splits isn't in your practice. And then we're going to take that leg back into plank, chaturanga dandasana, upward dog, and then bring the left leg round. Try not to kick your cat like I did. And we'll find the splits pose this side, and we're going to hold it a little bit longer, so fold over the leg. Again, you don't have to do this in full splits, you can take a half splits like we did earlier. Take the leg back, chaturanga dandasana, upward dog, downward dog. And let's just come back to our breathing in this downward dog pose. Long, deep breathing right down into the tummy. Okay. And we'll come onto the knees. We're going to take camel pose. So take hold of the feet. And we'll just find a little bit of movement. So we're going to come back and then forward. Bending the arms. Folding back and then coming forward. Just rocking backwards and forward in our camel pose. Let the head fall back if that's in your practice and there's no pain in your neck. You can do a static camel pose too. We're just holding it now. And then fold the bottom between the feet. And then we're going to fold back all the way down into celibate pose. If this is in your practice, you can take your arms over your head. But if not, you can stay sat upright, getting this wonderful quad stretch. Carefully, we're going to release the knees one at a time, and our inversion will be a plough pose. So taking the feet above the head, use the arms for support, and when your feet touch the floor the other side, bring them long. Keep your head and neck in line and breathe long and deep into the tummy. Keep the legs nice and straight at the back, and make sure the weight stays on the shoulders, not straining into the neck. And then roll down vertebra by vertebra, and we're going to take a twist with a bind. So take the left leg with the right hand, goes over the right shoulder, and take the right leg with the left hand. So the left leg is straight and the right leg is bent in a twisted bind. Bring the left leg back, raise the right leg up high, take it with the left foot and take it over to the left. And then take the left leg with the right hand, gazing over the right shoulder. Try and keep the shoulders down on the mat so the twist is all happening in the spine. Twisted supine bind. Bring the knees into the chest, give them rock from side to side. And then bring the knee to the nose, have a squeeze, really squeeze all the muscles. And then bring the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. Your hand to your belly, your right hand to your heart. And just take some long, deep breaths here. Let the hips fall open so they're passively stretching. Following that work, we've done a lot of work into the hips here. And then take the legs long. Let the hands fall open, close down the eyes. We're taking a Shavasana, well deserved. This is a fast-paced hip opener splits practice. It's included power yoga and lots of strength building. So take your time. If you've got longer than I do to take a Shavasana of 5 to 10 minutes, then do that. Just feel as your body relaxes. But if you're finishing now, we're going to come up to a fetal pose. So use your hand to support your head. Come onto your side. We'll take some breaths here, in and out through the nose. Long, deep breathing, completely relaxed. And push up to sitting. Come cross-legged at the front of your mat. And bring your hands to your heart center. Bow your head. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the divine light within you guide your way on. From my heart to yours. Sat Nam. Namaste. Waheguru.